don't have to be sitting in front of your computer to know that it's been accepted. Now, from here, I don't have to wait for Dawn to review it to start my process of getting my commission DA organized. So once I'm done with my submission for compliance, I can go back here at the top. I'm moving out of documents over to offers. Now, I added this yesterday just to show you how, what it looks like when you have it done. But to add a new offer, it's going to, I'm going to call that one sample. I can create the offer, and it's going to ask me what version of this offer is it. And I'm going to call this sample. So closing date, just like the other one, is September 4th. And the address, I can pull it right from MLS. Make sure that you choose all listings. And the address is 37245. Here it is. And now it has populated some of the information for me. So I've got the information there. I'm going to go to the parties involved. It automatically defaults to the first name on my contract. I'm not going to bother to fill these out. Only things that need to be filled out are the names. You can see the things with the red asterisk. And I know that they're pre-qualified. I have my name in here. I have the listing agent's name in here. All of that populated for me. Then agent analysis. If you've got multiple offers on something, if it's your listing, here's where you can put all of the offers in and an analysis, the cost, the goods and I needed to put a sales price in. In the sales, you need to put down exactly what they're going to do. They're putting 100,000 down and financing 5,000. So now my sales price actually works out to the amount. Okay, the thing calculated. This, I think, the data is being collected for analysis, not looking at your business and how it works, but what the trends are in the contracts written. So you could either give them the data and let them do their analysis, or just write in the cash amount and let it figure it out from there. We're not holding you to doing that perfectly. So now I'm going to move over to agent analysis. I can write the pros and cons here in a summary. I don't need to do anything on this page. Now you can see I have two offers. One of them has been submitted and accepted. So the first one that I did is this one. So now that the negotiations are done, it's signed and accepted. Now look at the screen here at the top, commissions is grayed out right now. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So once I hit accept, the commissions tab is now lit. Okay. That's the trigger to be able to go to the commissions section to do your DA. All right. So now this one.
Hey, Sandy.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say that we've went over to they've entered it's not a problem, but it's okay. So say the agent has done the offer and they've went over to the commissions tab, and a DA's already been created, but that deal falls through. I can terminate the DA within my system, but it doesn't trigger anything back to like their command.
Correct. It goes up but not down. That's a known issue.
Okay.
So Betty's solution to that one, I actually have one like that right now, where I had an offer, a contract, it fell through, and a new offer came in on my listing. It was accepted, but I can't get rid of the old one. It says imported. And Betty's solution to me, until there's a resolution, was just go back to a green sheet on it.
Okay, because I was wondering, it was like, okay, if you do a contract too,
Mm-hmm.
well, that triggers a new offer. So shouldn't that trigger a new commission tax? Shouldn't that trigger a new commission?
You can't go to accepted. There's the problem. Let me show you what we're
Oh,
talking about.
okay. Because somebody's asked me that too.
Okay, so here I have two offers. We're getting sidetracked, but you guys will see these problems a little bit. Um,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. It's a good question. It was actually one of the ones I had to bring up at the end of this, so we'll do it now. So on this particular transaction, same buyers that I have the other one under contract on, I can't change the response to rejected or canceled. And if you read that language, it says you cannot make changes to this while the commission status is imported. So it's imported into Winmore. I can't pull it back out of Winmore. So Betty can cancel it
Even
once
if I
it's there,
terminate it, yeah.
but it's not reflecting back down into command. All right. So here I've got this one settling on the 11th instead, but I can't do a commissions tab. I can't light it up. So if I go to this offer, it's just not showing it to me. So that's the solution for now. It's in the labs to be resolved.
Thank you, Sandy.
All right, let's go back to my other one where we were, where I don't have a problem. All right, back here. So now into the commissions tab. This automatically pulls information from the contract and from the offer that was written. So it's telling me I've got a little problem here. I'm missing some information. Look right down here at the bottom right, it says missing contract date. So I can go in and edit the general information, but I need a contract date. I wrote this on Sunday. What was Sunday? The 28th. And I'm going to save my changes. And my error message is gone. And it also tells me that the general information was updated. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is if you guys work on a team or have a partnership where two of you work together and split everything equally, this is where you would be able to add another agent. Now I can go in and select the agent that I want to go to, or I can just type in a name if I had someone else that was working with me and add the information. It will calculate the royalty and company commission. So you don't have to worry about doing that. All you need to put in here is a name. So I can put her in there, and then I can put her unit is 0.5. She would get half, and then it's going to calculate the commission. Automatically does it. So I can hit save changes, but I'm not sharing this with her, so I'm showing you an example. So the commission is broken down. It's a 2.5% commission on 155,000. I have the total unit, and then it tells me how much it is, my close date. Here's where I'm going to add or edit things. This is the gross commission, my royalty that's coming off, the cap I'm done with. And here I can go ahead and edit the payment. I can come in here and say, okay, do I want to pay anything to KW Cares? Sure, I'll do $10 to KW Cares and save my changes. And now it reflects that I'm making an additional deduction. Now, if you have an admin fee that in excess of what the company requires. For example, in Delaware, we have a $50 admin fee that's mandatory. If I collect a $150 admin fee from my client, it would go in here. Again, and I'm going to do, not an agent, cancel that. Agent payment, yes, I want it to be. And I can add an item here. So it's going to say, what is it? So for accounting purposes, in excess admin fees are considered bonuses, right, Becky? Yes. The answer to that question was yes. So here I'm going to collect the 150 and I can say split it with Market Center, or I can go in here and add another item as a deduction. What is it? You can put in here that it's the paid admin fee. Pay to Keller Williams. And you'll need to put in the company address and the phone number, and you would just add it there. Do you guys have any questions on how you do additional items in here?
No.
Okay. Excellent.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Where do we do referrals? I have a referral coming out on one of my deals.
Okay. So you can do it. Is it a referral to another agent in the company, or is it a referral from a co-broke company somewhere else?
Co-broke somewhere else.
Okay. So add co-broke payment here. So this is where you would add that referral.
Okay.
And how much is it? If it's a flat fee. Now, when you do these, just like any other referral that you do, you have to have the tax ID number, a W-9 for them.
Where do we upload the W-9 and the referral form? In Command and then submit that with our
Yes.
offer? Okay.
Those are in there. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go away. All right. So that's pretty simple. Once you submit for review, Becky will generate a DA. Becky, what's your turnaround time on those right now?
I try to get them done within like 2 or 3 days, but you got to remember that the sooner that you do your commission tab or a Greene sheet, you know, the better that it is, and not a week before you go to settlement.
So what we're encouraging
Please.
here is, sorry, I have a grandfather clock going off in the background, is best practices to go ahead when you're submitting for review, take it to the next step and do the commissions tab at the same time. Okay?
Please.
I'm sorry?
I said, please.
Yes. That's just best practices for a number of reasons. And actually, we were discussing about, do we want it at the same time? That's the general Keller Williams preference. We were thinking, and this actually creates more work for the agents, a task they have to think about later. In Delaware, if it's Ducoya, you know, where they've got the HOA docs to review, they've got that 5 or 10 days. You know, do you want to wait till after that is done? Some people said, well, we want to wait till inspections are done. So we don't have a hard, fast rule, but it's easier for accounting and for them to budget if we know what the potential income coming in is. If we don't know, or if you wait to the last minute to do a commission request, then A, you might not get paid on time. You're not endearing yourselves to accounting, and they have a hard time budgeting. So it just makes it easier for everybody. We can always pull them back if they don't go through it, but you don't want to get caught at the end not having your stuff in order to be able to get paid at closing. All right. questions so far? You guys gotta have a question. So this number right here, if you look at my, this is my royalty cap. This, every time you have a closing, it will adjust. It's not like the old my KW, my old KW, the old my KW reports where it was once a month and it didn't get updated. This is updated every time you have a closing. So you should be able to be looking at your numbers and going, okay, I've hit my cap, or I've got $4,000 more to go for my cap, or I'm almost done my royalty. And you should be able to track your business better. All right, questions, give them to me. Somebody's got to have one. So I'm going to go ahead, because I finished this. It's that simple. I'm hitting my submit. Becky's going to get it, and she can create my DA. You can see the message is there. And once it's approved, I will get notified up here again. Now, if I wanted to add a note to Becky before I sent that in, I could add it right here. For example, if you have both sides of a transaction, you could say, hey, I have the other side. You're going to be getting a request on this side as well. Or you might want to remind them that this is split between me and another agent. Any number of things that you can do to make her understand what the math is, or why you submitted that DA or the request for commission the way you did. You can always add that note there. All right. So once, let me go back out to one that I have it in there. Let's see if Heavenly Way has it there. And once you have the commission done, when I go into documents, hopefully, yes, you can see I've got approval here is noted. And now this is where when they create the DA for you, this is where it's going to reside. They'll upload it and you'll see it in there. Let me go back to the other one that fell through and show it to you. Now on this one, everything was approved. And in the under contract tab, or the close tab, I'm sorry, it's been pulled back out. Okay, so the DA was in there and they took it back out. Now, something else that you have here, I don't know if you guys noticed this one that says add new folder. You can create a folder in your opportunity that may have documents that don't necessarily need approval, but are part of the transaction. So in here, you could add your inspection report. You could add a survey, HOA docs, maybe invoices that support the repairs. So all of these things you can keep in command and not have to have, oh, I've got it in a folder on my hard drive, or it's in a paper folder in my office. You can add all these things and have in a single repository for everything you need for your transaction. You've got your contracts, you can have your supporting documents, and then when you close, you're going to put in your settlement statement here and then submit for review. Then you're done. Everything's right here though. Questions?
No.
Okay. That's pretty much it. Is there any part of that that was confusing for you? No.
No, it was self-explanatory. We're just following along.
Good. Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you today. You guys are quiet and seem to be taking it right in. If you have questions, I sent it to me earlier, but anybody, from either market center can schedule one-on-one appointments with me. There's a link that has been posted several places where you can book time on my calendar. If I have a slot open and you've got available time, you will be assigned that time. And we can do a session like this one-on-one and answer any of the questions you might have about command. Be it marketing, be it how to do things with your contacts, whatever you need to know. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Sandy. I have 2 of these to do today, so if I have any problems, I'll reach out.
Yeah, you've got that link, or just call me and say, can you Zoom for a minute? And I'll just turn it on and we can do that.
Okay. All right. Very good.
All right? That way, share screen, and you can show me what you're struggling with or have questions about.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
All right. Bye, Mia.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, folks, if you don't have questions, we are done for now.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have
Hey
a good day.
guys, have a good day.
You
All right,
too.
bye.
Okay. Thanks, Sandy.
All right, Becky, you can turn us off.